Hola people, welcome back to my channel. It's my birthday. I decided to make a video of 32, since I'm turning 32, random facts about me. I'm a pretty open book and I share mostly everything, but some of the stuff I'm gonna share is very personal or very embarrassing. So let's get started. All right, fact number 1. When I was a little girl, probably about 8 years old, I got lost in the woods up north at our family cabin, and we decided to go on like a little hike, just a few of us, and almost immediately after leaving, I realized I needed to go pee. So I told one of my tias to come back with me to use the restroom, and then we would catch up with the rest of the family. That was a bad idea because we just took one too many wrong turns, and before we knew it, we realized that we were lost. It was getting cold, it was getting dark, police were called, my mom was crying. We eventually got found. It was really awful, like I thought I was gonna die. Fact number 2, I was completely flat-chested. I was not developing like my little sister who had huge boobs. So I started to stuff my bra. Yeah, I was one of those girls. I would even stuff my bathing suit. I don't know how I managed to make that work, like going into the water. I think I wore like a padded bra, like a super padded bra under my swimsuit. But I mean, I couldn't have my little sister with bigger chi-chis than me. No. So I did what I had to do. Random fact number 3, I have never colored or dyed my hair ever in my life. I went through a phase where I wanted to get highlights like J-Lo, like that golden honey vibe, but my mom always said no, and I'd always get so upset that she would never let me get my hair colored or dyed like all of my friends were doing. But now I'm really thankful because I feel like my hair is so much healthier now for never having done that, and also I save a lot of money by not needing to go get my hair touched up like all the time, you know what I'm saying? Number 4, just like my girl Selena's, I can eat a whole medium pizza by myself. Make that a large. Fact number 6. I think this is 6. I've lost count already. I actually have a tattoo. It's white ink. You probably can barely even see it. Oh, there you go. You can see it. It's a cross. It's really hard to see this tattoo, which was partially why I got it, because I knew that if my mom or dad knew that I got a tattoo, ooh, I'd be in so much trouble. It hurts so bad. It's actually supposed to be a lot brighter, but I just was in so much pain they never ended up getting to finish it. My one and only tattoo. Fact number 7 is that I was actually engaged once before. I was 23 years old, had my dress, had the venue picked out, the cake, the wedding planners, everything was pretty much ready to go, except for us. We were going through, you know, premarital counseling and just realizing that we weren't a good fit. I know he's happily married now, as am I, so all is fine, no hard feelings. It's just a chapter of my life that was really pivotal. And actually, when Derek and I started dating, that was something I shared with him, and ironically, he also was engaged once before, so we had that in common. Fact number 8, I hope this is number 8. Really am losing count here. I actually just started singing about 2 years ago, but I sing at church now and I get random gigs and stuff with some bands between here and then traveling to Dubai to sing there. It's been really cool since I've really started actively pursuing it. Number 9, I'm actually extremely shy when it comes to singing. My mom and dad would always ask me to sing for the family and I would just throw a fit. So shy, wouldn't be able to look anyone in the eyes while singing. I had to face the other way, be in a different room. And if you would have told me then that one day, you know, I'd be singing the national anthem at a Phoenix Suns game, I would have never believed it. Number 9, I was actually a pretty lazy, I wouldn't say tomboy, but just really lazy. I never put a lot of effort into getting ready. I remember wearing like chanclas that had like holes in them. They were so old, but I was too like whatever, didn't care. Never wore makeup. I wouldn't say I was a tomboy because I certainly never played sports or wanted to be one of the guys, but I just also never wanted to be like one of the girls. And look at me now. Fact number 10 is my vision is so bad. Half the time while shooting these videos, I think that they're gonna look fine. And then while editing, I'm like, how did I not see that? My hair is crazy. I have lipstick on my teeth. Oh, my makeup wasn't very good. Gosh, I run into people all the time who are like, yeah, I waved to you the other day. I saw you at the store and you just totally stared at me and walked away. Are you mad at me? Like, my vision is just so bad. It always has been. I've worn glasses since kindergarten. Here I am today, 32 years old. Vision is no better, probably worse. All right, facto número 11 is that I cannot cook. I know how to make breakfast and just a few things. I'm not completely helpless, but overall I just really don't have confidence with cooking, and I've never like enjoyed it. I've never wanted to cook. So there's that. All right, fact number 12 is that I was dared into competing at Miss Arizona USA. I was never a pageant girl growing up. Like I said, I was very lazy, I wasn't very feminine, nor would I ever think I could be brave enough to stand on stage, you know, in a bikini and high heels. So I was dared into doing it. I had all these signs that I should just go for it, and I did. Fact 13, I am so scared of sharks, like next level fear. Unrealistic, it's irrational. At one point in life, remember, I couldn't even get in a swimming pool by myself if my sister wasn't in there with me, because my imagination, I was like, there's a shark in this pool and I'm going to die. This is how it ends. I won't go scuba diving. I won't even going to the beach. Like, I barely get in just because I'm so sure that there's gonna be a shark waiting to eat me. That's the shark's house. My next fact is that I actually hate chocolate. I prefer vanilla or funfetti, but if it's like a chocolate cake or just really anything chocolate, not a fan. Fact 14, are we at 14 yet? I don't even know. I cannot speak Spanish. I am Latina, 4th generation from Mexico. I can get by. My Spanglish is pretty good, but I am not fluent, and I meet so many people who think I am fluent, and they'll just start like busting out in, you know, Spanish, and I'm just like, ooh, más despacio, por favor, porque cuando era niña puedo hablar más en español, pero ahora ya tengo 32 años y no puedo hablar contigo, lo siento. Number 15, I have a few bad habits. Since I was little, I've always had a bad habit of biting my nails or picking the cuticle, and just, yeah, my hands used to look really horrible, and sometimes, even now, I still have a really bad habit of like picking off the nail polish and just biting my nails. And then my other really bad habit is that I burp like a man. My mom gets so mad, and she's probably gonna be so mad that I even said that in this video, but I'm keeping it 100. Really bad burps. Poor Derek. Fact 16, if I weren't singing and if I weren't, you know, in a position that I am now where I own a business and doing hosting and stuff on the side, I would probably be a lawyer. My mom and dad used to always say that I'd be a real good lawyer because I know how to argue and I know how to fight. Fact 17, I have to make my bed every single day before I get started in anything, whether it's working out or eating breakfast, checking emails, like my bed needs to be made. The rest of the house can be a mess, bathroom can be a mess, dishes can be up in the sink, but my bed needs to be made every day. Fact 18, this one is really weird, but I have a weird phobia of circles. I'm gonna try to explain this, but even I have a hard time understanding this fear. Not a circle by itself, but if I just see a bunch of circles drawn like next to each other or looped, it just bothers me and it looks really weird. It reminds me of like a beehive, like just too many like honeycomb, like just circles next to each other. It just grosses me out and scares me, and even now talking about it, I'm like super uncomfortable. I have chills. I don't know where this phobia came from or how it developed, but yeah, circles and we're not cool. Fact 19 is I love pranks. I love watching shows where they're doing pranks on people, or like Boiling Points on MTV. Do you remember that show? I love that. I think it's the best thing ever. I love pranking people. I gotta really come up with a good one to do to Derek. Fact 20. I hope we're on 20. Like literally, guys, I've lost count so many times here. I squeeze the toothpaste from the top. And Derek gets really annoyed about that because he squeezes from the bottom, which I guess is what you're supposed to do. But I just have always squeezed my toothpaste from the top. Guess I'm weird. Fact 21. When we were little girls, I want to say like 7 years old and 5, my sister must have been, we were not allowed to cut our hair. We weren't allowed to have bangs. we always just had super, super long hair, but we really like wanted bangs. So I remember one time I cut bangs for my sister, not like a lot, just like literally a patch though. I cut just such a short amount. So she didn't like how it looked, so she ended up cutting it shorter. So she had like a patch, a little garden, if you will. And we never told my mom because we would have just gotten in so much trouble. And I just always used it as blackmail against her. Like if my sister didn't do something for me, I would just do this. And she would know what that means. Sorry, sis. Fact 21. I did not get my driver's license until I was 19. I was in college. My mom had to drive me every day to ASU. So she was driving me like I was still in elementary school and middle school to school every day until I got my license. And even then, I hated driving. I was so nervous, and she would have to follow me sometimes just to make sure I got there okay. And you know, to this day, I'm still not the best driver. Next fact. I'm just gonna have to start saying next fact because I don't know where I am. I'm actually lactose intolerant, but like I pick and choose my battles. Sometimes it's worth it. I love cheese. I love cheese pizza. I need cheese on my huevitos in the morning. I need it on certain foods. You just have to have ranch dressing too. My next fact is growing up, I was so insecure and shy about how skinny I was that I never would be caught dead wearing shorts because I didn't want anyone to see how skinny and gross my legs were. So even in summer, I would be wearing pants. Not even pants, because my legs were too long to find pants or bell bottoms back in the day. So I would roll them up and make them capris because I could never find pants long enough. But I certainly was never gonna be caught in shorts, so capris all day, that's what I wore. Speaking of legs and trying to cover those up, I had to beg my mom to let me start shaving my legs. And she's like, you're not allowed to start shaving your legs until, you know, I think her rule was like, once you start your period, then you're like a young woman and you can start doing those things. So late bloomer over here, I was not allowed to start shaving my legs until that day came. So I had like the most hairy legs. Such fun memories. These are really embarrassing things to admit, but oh, side note on that, the day that I got to finally start shaving my legs, guess who also got to start shaving her legs? My little sister. She didn't have to go through any awkward phases. It's so unfair. Next fact, I'm pretty superstitious. If I see that it's 11/11, I'll always make a wish. And I have my habits and my routines that I can't break, and I have to do a certain way, otherwise I'm like upset. Another random fact about me is that I typically can out-eat most people when we go out to eat. Like I'm always surprised at how little people order, and I'm ready to like order a couple appetizers, want to split a couple entrees and dessert. I just usually eat a lot and out-eat a lot of people. Like most people are honestly surprised with how much I eat. Next fact, about 10 years ago, I actually auditioned to sing the national anthem at a Phoenix Suns game, and I ended up not getting a call back, and I was devastated. But then look how God works. I didn't even have to audition this past March when I got to sing at the Suns game. It was just like, you want to do it? Sure, okay. God always comes through. His timing, man. His timing. Another random fact is in college, since I was a broadcast journalism major, I actually was studying how to create videos and how to edit them, and I was not good at it, and I think that's what turned me away for so long and why I didn't start a YouTube channel as soon as I should have, because I was like, ugh, I remember those days of editing videos. Horrible, bad memories. Now I use iMovie and I have Final Cut Pro now, and I am not as afraid or as bad as I used to be. Next fact, remember when Alicia Keys came out and she had like the most cool and awesome hair, the cornrows, the braids? Well, my sister and I, we went through another phase. We would spend forever learning how to braid each other's hair that way. Next random fact is I used to be on the honor society. I was on the principal's honor roll like every single year in a row. My first B that I think I ever got in my academic career was devastating to me, and I think it was like either 7th or 8th grade, but up until then, I mean, since kindergarten, I either got 100% or 100 and something percent, like extra credit. I was always aiming to be teacher's favorite, teacher's pet, above and beyond. I would do extra credit when I didn't need to do extra credit. Like I was so extra. Even then I was extra. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, Let me know if you loved it or hated it, and make sure you turn that little notifications thing, turn that thing on so that you know when I post. Thank you so much for watching. Besitos.